But when you increase your protein intake, okay, it'll make you feel full, satiated. And that means you can eat fewer carbs and fewer grams of fat. Hi guys, I'm Mark McKillier with Live Anabolic, and today I want to talk about how to eat to lose belly fat. And as I'm sure you guys already know, it's really easy to gain belly fat and much, much harder to lose it. So before I get into those 3 stages, I just want to remind you guys to check out our Facebook group. I'm the moderator. I'm in there every day. We got, 22,000 men. It's a blast. Even if you don't like Facebook, please click the link below this video, join. I promise you won't regret it. And then also, you're watching this on YouTube, be sure and hit that like button below this video. Share this with some of your buddies that you know would benefit, and be sure and subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos that Gary and I put out every week. All right, stage 1. Cut out all the stupid shit that you eat and drink. All right, that's the first step. All right, it's the big stuff. This is the low-hanging fruit, guys. You have to get serious about this. You can't just kind of dip your toe in. You need to jump in head first to this, all right? Just say, that's it, no more sweets. And I'm talking ice cream, donuts, cake, everything. And by sweets, it also means soft drinks. Coca-Colas. That's anything that's high in sugar is absolutely killer. And it's not just because it's got so many calories, okay? It's because it really screws up your blood sugar levels. It skyrockets, okay? And then your body produces too much insulin, and then boom, you have a big crash. So get rid of all the easy things, all right? Just no more. I don't care if you have a sweet tooth, suck it up, all right? Be a man. And then the other stupid stuff is all the fried foods. No more fried chicken, all right? None of those fried fish sticks. Cut out the French fries. I know it, I love French fries. So instead, when you're out eating or ordering, you can order the grilled chicken. You order the grilled fish. Just no fried stuff, guys. Just cutting out the sweets and the fried foods will make an enormous difference. And this is also easy, water. Drink tons and tons of water. You're going to be surprised how much fat you can lose initially just doing this. All right, now we move on to stage 2. So what happens is during stage 1, you start dropping fat. A lot of guys, depending on kind of where you're starting, can lose 20, 30, 40 pounds just doing what I mentioned a few seconds ago. But the problem is, as your body weight drops, your metabolism also starts to slow down. Sucks, I know it. All right, well, that means you need fewer calories just to break even. Now we got to get a little more detailed, all right? We've cut out all the big stuff, all right, all the stupid stuff, the low-hanging fruit. Now we got to be a little more basically anal about what we're eating, all right? We got to really focus. And that means you need to count your calories for 1 day per month. I want you to pick a typical eating day, all right? It could be a Tuesday, it could be a Friday, I don't care. All right, don't pick a day where you're going out to a party or something like that. I want you to write down everything you eat and drink that day. Tough shit, I know it's kind of a pain. It's going to take you realistically 10 minutes for the whole day. All right, and then that night, I want you to use these links below this video, and you're going to have to look up the food that you wrote down, and you're going to have to figure out how many calories are in all that food you ate during the day, all right? That's how many calories you eat in a typical day. Now click the other link below this video. That's going to tell you how many calories you burn in a typical day. That app will ask you a few things like your height and your weight and your age and your activity level, and it will give you a rough approximation of how many calories you're burning. All right, you know how many you're burning on a typical day. You know how many you're eating in a typical day now. Now you have to subtract 500 calories from what you eat in a typical day. Just 500. That's what you need to start eating day in and day out. That will give you a 500 calorie per day caloric deficit. All right, that's not much. That's fairly easy to cut out 500 calories. All right. And why I think that's important is because you multiply that by 7 days a week, that'll give you 3,500 calories over the course of a week that you've cut out. All right. Guess what? 1 pound of fat equals 3,500 calories. And if you can lose 1 pound of fat a week, that is fantastic. That is a beautiful, that's actually a fast pace. All right. So guys, stage 2, you're going to have to get a little stricter. All right. You're going to have to learn in stage 2 to start dealing with being a little bit hungry, just a little bit uncomfortable. All right, stage 1, you just cut out the big crappy stuff, the stupid stuff. You can still eat lots and lots of food because the remaining food is much, much healthier. All right, stage 2, you're going to have to learn with being just a little hungry because a 500 calorie per day deficit isn't going to make you starving. It just means you might feel a little bit hungry now and then. And I've shot a ton of videos on this channel about all kinds of fantastic foods and things you can eat, you know, when you're feeling hungry that don't have a lot of calories, yet they're still good for you. So click, you know, on some of those videos and re-watch those. And one last thing in stage 2, I think you guys need to start doing intermittent fasting. All right. So you're looking for a 500 calorie per day caloric deficit and start doing intermittent fasting. Now, I'm not going to get into how intermittent fasting works and how to do it and all that kind of stuff. There's tons of other videos right here on this YouTube channel, all right? Just type in intermittent fasting in that little search bar and a bunch of videos are going to pop up that Gary and I have shot. But you do those 2 things in stage 2, then your body will continue to lose fat. If you don't do that, you'll plateau after stage 1. All right, now we move on to stage 3, and that is we got to get even more serious about tracking what we eat. So in stage 2, if you do it like I said, you're going to continue to lose body fat, but guess what? Just like in stage 1, as you lose weight, your metabolism will continue to slow down, which means you're not going to need as much food, or you're going to have to increase your exercise, or both. All right, stage 3. I want you to track your caloric intake, everything you eat, 1 day a week. Not 1 day a month, 1 day a week now. So you can stay on top of what's really going in your body, all right? Once a month is a very rough approximation. It doesn't take much time to do that 1 time a month. Once a week, a little more effort, okay? But you're gonna need to do it, all right? Because I guarantee you a lot of people are gonna start plateauing after phase 2 and they're gonna wonder what's going on. You got to get more specific, really write down what you eat, okay? Now, in phase 3, I want you to also track your protein intake. All right, really important here. So you guys need to shoot for eating 0.7 grams of protein per 1 pound of ideal body weight. All right, so if you weigh 250, but your ideal weight is really 200, you would multiply 0.7 times 200, and that would give you 140 grams of protein. So that's how much protein you need to eat in a typical day. And for a lot of you guys, that's going to be hard. But when you increase your protein intake, okay, it'll make you feel full, satiated. And that means you can eat fewer carbs and fewer grams of fat. All right, now I want you to continue with your intermittent fasting, all right? A lot of guys love that, and a lot of guys just stick with it forever. It really just works for them and makes them feel good, actually. But if you have still stalled out and plateaued, your weight loss or your fat loss has plateaued, I want you to start trying to add carb cycling in with your intermittent fasting. So you still do the intermittent fasting, but I want you to start doing carb cycling, okay? That's also a whole nother video. You know, remember, this is a high level 30,000 foot view of how to do this. But if you don't get the high level stuff right that I'm talking about in this video, you'll never get the details right that you'll see in a lot of my other videos, all right? So 3 stages, guys. I promise this will work. But you're going to have to just make up your mind, that's it. I'm not going to cheat, All right, I'm not going to make excuses. I see my friends do this all the time. I'm working with a buddy of mine that is 70 pounds overweight. And you know, we went out to dinner not too long ago, and he started cheating at dinner right in front of me there, you know, and I'm like, I'm giving him hell. Oh, you know, yeah, I'm doing better, Mark, you know. No, you can't do that, all right? You can't go out and have beer and chicken fried steak with French fries, you know, while I'm sitting there with you. I mean, if you're doing that with me there, think how bad he is when I'm not around. So guys, boom, you have to make up your mind. You have to be disciplined. You're a grown man. Quit whining about the fact that, oh, it doesn't taste as good, blah, 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 blah. Tough shit. Eat healthy, and I promise you'll lose that belly fat. And just like every video, I got to end it this way. Stick with it and never give up on yourself.